Hey everyone, Merrick's here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Booker T, King Booker. So Booker is the chase card this month, and he is a ruthless aggression trickster. He has one link, the RA link. Matching any color gem charges moves of that color by one more move point. He also has one gear, the King Booker gear. He is a coach, all the way at 15k, blue moves, starting MP reduced by 3 for your opponent. Another one of those clutch coaches. So Booker is a very, very good card. We recently had Cesaro for a chase, Trickster, who is also very, very good. They both are pretty much at the top of the Trickster food chain, both in the top 5. Booker, I think, probably ends up in the top 3. He's very, very good. I'm going to have 5 build sets for you guys today. I am on vacation recording on my laptop, so the video and audio quality is not as good as normal, although I did try to adjust the audio from the previous video. Hopefully this is better. So 5 build sets, 3 4-stars, a 5-star, and a 3-star. I will be running the 3-star last, and it'll be a very specialty-based build using the plate you see equipped, which I don't have an icon for at this point, but it's the rock plate. Let's just take a look at it, actually. I only have one of these. It is a pretty rare plate. What the rock is cooking, when you break 3 or more red gems, get 3 purple MP is what the plate does. For the preview, I'm running Fury and Armor until the last build set, when I'm going to change it up. Stick around for the last one. I think you will be surprised. Basically, I'm going to have 50% gem damage. As a bonus treat, this one, the only tier 5 percentage metal I have is purple, and it's armor. So you will get to see a 200% move damage metal in action on his finisher. So that'll be equipped the whole preview. Other than that, let's get in here and take a look. Booker is very, very good. A lot of low charge moves, a lot of disruption. We're going to start with 3 3MP moves. We're going to be running the Harlem Sidekick, deal 47k damage and destroy 3 random purple gems. Flying Forearm Smash, deal 47k damage and destroy 3 random red gems. The first one was purple gems. And then 3 MP red, deal 40,000 damage and make 49 or the entire board gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, increase the damage of all your gems by 93% for 3 turns. Let that sink in. If broken by you, make 49 or the whole board into freeze gems. We'll talk about freeze gems and how they work when we get into the match. For the Entourage, we don't need MP trainers. I do have +2 MP and +1 on a match. We are running with Slick Rick for 20% more gem damage. Shelton, 20% purple, 20% black. Lacey, 20% purple, 20% green. And Typhoon for 15% red. We're buffing red gem damage, or gem damage in general, across the board as much as we can. If you had Seth, you could use Seth. You could use, I think Roman is the powerhouse, is the red gem damage trainer. You could use Mr. T. A lot of different ways you could go here. For this, we're just going to run all gem damage. So we're going to run all of our matches against Zombie Taker on Hell mode. He is strapped. We're about even, doing 50% gem damage. For all of Booker T's movesets I'm going to show you, I would recommend Double Fury. And Cheap Shot and 2 Words For You would be good on all of the moves. Some of them you could substitute the MP gain skill plates to help recycle. But let's get in here and make it happen, Captain. So everything's going to start charged. What you want to do is throw these trap gems out. And you want as many as you can possibly have on the board. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a match. I want to leave him this row break. Ideally, he will take the row break. So I want to try and leave it intact and leave as many in that row as I can. So hopefully he will take it. So we're just going to take the yellow on the right edge here, as that leaves the row break intact. and we want him to break it to buff our gem damage. You can see when we do a swipe, it turns all of the board into freeze gems except the 3 we just broke. Now he just broke 6 trap gems, so we are at a 600% boost on our gems, I believe, if my math is correct. So red is 53k, blue is 32k, purple's 88k, yellows are 57k. You see the point here. He won't be able to do anything on the freeze gems, so now we're just going to break some gems here and start filling our moves. Doing some cascading, and you can see we did 425,000 off of that simple little thing. I'm just going to destroy some reds again. I'm going to wait to use the trap to hopefully have a little bit more room, because right now if we put our traps out it won't go on any of the freeze gems. So I'm just going to break those reds, do a bunch more damage. We're going to pin him here, so I'll just go ahead and throw my trap gems out. And I'll destroy the 3 purples. So we keep some reds on the board for next turn, and see what happens here. Yeah, we may end up getting a pin he cannot pick out of. In fact, I think we will. If he is able to get a turn, he won't be able to do a lot with his trap gems, and he can't kick out. So Booker is a problem, and you can see we had 17 stacks of the buff there. So when it rolled around to our turn, we would have had about 1600% gem damage buff. Booker T is a problem, folks. Booker T is a problem. You do not want to let him get a turn. Or if you do, you need to use someone who doesn't touch the gem board, like a Montez Ford. Okay, so that's build 1. Moving along to build 2. This is another 4-star build. Again, Double Fury is how I would go. We are just going to change out one move. We're going to bring the finisher in. And I'm showing you guys 5 movesets. We could easily run more. We could be here kind of all day. I think Booker T is one of those cards that at the end of the day, after people play him a lot, there's going to be a lot of builds you can run with him. A lot. So he's going to be a lot of fun to experiment with. And the last moveset I'm going to show you guys will hopefully help get that get the thinking juices flowing, because it's a very out-of-the-box build for him. Okay, so we're keeping the 2 red moves, and we're moving in the Scissors Kick. Deal 132k damage and choose 6 gems to destroy and pin the opponent. 10 MP purple. So we're just trying to get the purple loaded here for the finisher, and then we're going to choose gems to destroy. This build set, you can hit it on turn 1. You won't do quite as much damage, but if you want to be turn 1, you can. Otherwise, you can hold it back for turn 2 with the buff gems on the destroy. So a couple different ways to go about it. We are going to go with, again, no MP trainers. We could, in place of Big Show, use Woods and load the finisher quite easily. So there are options. We're going to use Harper. So moves that destroy purple gems will destroy 4 more. So we can hit the destroy and fill the finisher, if we have enough purples. And we are going to use Big Show for move damage, so we can buff the finisher further. And do keep in mind we have a 200% move damage medal on here. We could also run with more purples on the starting board as opposed to one of these trainers. Could easily do that. So, I believe Zombie Charlotte at 9k or Andrade at 9k. But for now, we're going to run it this way. So let's see what this one looks like. And there is something to consider here. You do have a decision to make right off the bat. So if we have 7 purple gems, we can load the finisher. 3, 6, we have 7. So now we have a decision. We're going to break 7. We're going to make at least one cascade right here. So we're probably going to cascade. So we can put the trap gems out now, or after we break the 7. So since I know for sure we're going to cascade 10, it seems likely we're going to force a pin. So I'm going to throw the trap gems out first. So if he gets a turn, we get our gem buff. If I didn't think I was going to cascade, I would use it after I use the destroy, because we're going to destroy some of our own traps here and freeze the board. But it seems likely we'll get at least one other cascade with when this stuff drops in. You don't know for sure, so right off the bat you're going to be forced with the decision every turn. And so far it's looking like I didn't need to, but that's okay. It is what it is. We're going to destroy a bunch of our traps. I want to get at least 2 red for should we need another turn. But you can see the finisher hit really, really hard, so I'm not super worried about it, but I will recycle the reds and give myself a row break. And after that, I'm going to grab either purples or try and cause cascades as much as I can. There's another cascade we can do right there. And it's kind of hard for me to tell on my laptop, so there could be some gameplay errors here. But you'll get the idea. And then I'm going to grab the purple with that one. And you can see we're blowing up a bunch of the board here. We ended up doing 580k damage with the finisher buff. On turn 2, those gems would do a heck of a lot more damage. So if you think you can keep them down like this, go ahead and hit it. If not, save it. I'm going to run this one more time, and I will save it for turn 2. So we're just going to go right back in there and save it for turn 2. And then you guys can actually see how hard the finisher hits with the move damage, metal, and big show. I want to say it was like 400k. I don't remember right off the top of my head. I should have shown you that to start. But yeah, Booker's a problem, guys. So I'm going to deliberately try and get to turn 2. So you can see, I think we have like 150k gem damage there on the finisher with a bunch of cascading. This way you'll be able to see without it. And it looks like we're likely to cause a pin again. So I'm going to throw the traps out, and we'll see what kind of buff we get from the AI. Even if I can use the finisher, I won't be here. Okay. Ideally, we don't want to destroy our trap gems. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. We are destroying most of them here. But he's going to break gems, and hopefully there's some buffage going on. This is perfect for our next turn. That's exactly what we're looking for. So, let's see how much we have. 58k red gems, 86k purple gems, 49k traps, so very much a lot. Go ahead and throw our traps back out because we can cover up a bunch again. And this isn't the best looking board for cascades, that's for sure. Finisher does 433k with the big show and that 200% move damage metal. And what do we have for cascades? Not as much as I would like. We can make a yellow here. So we'll do that. Can make a green one here. And then I want to make sure I get at least 2 red. So we can recycle if needed on the trap. So Let's leave that one in case a red drops in behind it. We'll go like that. So again, not a good cascade compared to what I had last time. But it'll do a heck of a lot more damage. That was loot box gems, so that didn't really help. There's better. Yeah. 970,000 gem damage on turn 2 there. So if you think you can keep him down turn 1, go ahead. Otherwise, go ahead and let him get a turn and buff the snot out of your moves and carry on. Like I said, Booker T, problem. And this is why I think he easily makes the top 3 tricksters. Moving along to the next 4-star build set, while the gems blow up afterwards. If you think you can max this month, do it. Because if you can, I think Booker T is kind of a must-have card for your roster if you can. So this is definitely, I know Zombies is next month, but this is not the month to save, guys, in my opinion. This is going to be a very good card for a very long time. Okay. Let's go to the moves first. Now we're going to run another version. We're going to run a tricolor with leech gems. And no trap this time. So his leech gems are also a problem. They are quite big. He can choose 6, and they are strength 52k. So that's 300k healing right there in those leech gems. So we're going to run that, along with the Destroy Purple, and then the Finisher. So the idea behind this is to get the leech gems on the board to create cascades, and then hit the Finisher to buff the damage, 300k from the leech gems, and heal yourself. Again, Double Fury is how I would run this. We're going to make a couple small changes too. Instead of Big Show for the Finisher damage, we are going to run with Kofi for more yellow to start. So we can get those leech gems on the board after the Destroy. We want to do the Destroy first so we can set up our board. We're going to keep Lacey, and this time we are going to put Zombie Charlotte in at 9k for more of those purple gems on the starting board. I'm also trying to rotate through trainers a little bit, give you guys an idea of the variety. With all of these, you could use Seth as well that used the leech gem build. He'll let you create one more. I am not, because while he's not as rare as some of them, Zombie Charlotte, I think everyone pretty much has. And Lacey was free, so I know basically unless you started after Lacey, you have Lacey. And it can run just fine like this. So, alright. And you could run variation plates here because you're choosing to destroy. You could run the Time Once Again, I believe, is the one that destroy purple, get yellow. Of course, when we break the purple, we will refill our red. We have the 7 purple, so if we don't cascade, we're going to get a turn 1 finisher. This one we don't have the trap gems to fall back on, but we do have a lot of healing. Alright, we did force a pin, but we are fully loaded for next turn. And if you don't force a pin, this is what we would have got on turn 1. So we want to make cascades. So we are going to put 2 leech gems here, because that hits the bottom for us. Also, it should make this fall in, if I'm looking at it right. Which case we do want to hit this one. So those 2 should drop. We should get a row break down on the bottom. We should get a 3 match here. And then we should get... Nope, that won't do that because it'll break that. Row break. So I think, or I can just take the yellow like that because there's a purple there. We'll do that and then get the green there. I think that's better. And I have plenty of red to recycle. I'm going to get 3 yellow. Let's get 1 more yellow out of this. And now we're going to hit the finisher, and we're going to choose only the leech gems to destroy. That'll give us an extra 300k damage, plus the 370 we just hit on our finisher. So we're going to hit for 670 before Cascades. Oof. Oof, that's nice. 900k, and that would have been the same on turn 1. We just cascaded. So that's that build. Anyone else sold on Booker T yet? I know I am. I feel comfortable saying he's a top 2 trickster. I think it's between him and Demon Valor. Okay, now the 5-star moveset. We still got 2 awesome moves to go, guys. And you can see all of these work, so you're going to have a lot of flexibility, a lot of variety. Again, Double Fury that last build, Double Fury this next one coming up. This will have the 5-star move in it, which we haven't seen yet, and the other leech, or the other move that goes with the Leech Gem move, which we haven't seen yet. It's sort of like what we just did, except we're not using the big buffed finisher, unfortunately. So let's bring in the 5-star move, which is the Sidewalk Slam. 6 MP purple. And then let's bring in the other yellow, the Bookend. It destroys 6 random Leech Gems. Okay, so Bookend. 6 MP yellow deals 65k damage and destroys 6 random Leech Gems. And the Sidewalk Slam deals 63k damage and makes 6 random gems into yellow gems. And then we're still using the Leech Gems here. So there's a lot of different trainers you can use for this. You could use, instead of Dolph, I'm going to use Dolph for more yellows, by the way. You could easily put yellow move damage trainer on there, so like Orton Showboat or Big E Showboat. You could, at the coaches, you can definitely use different ones than I'm going to use. You could use Seth and Hall of Fame Andre to make 1 more leech and destroy 1 more leech. That is what I would use if my Andre was 9k with this build. And I would probably leave... I probably would leave Dolphin because I think he makes it more consistent and very likely to get your moves on turn 1. I also would definitely use the time once again plate that I'm showing. Break purple, get yellow. That'll make the recycle really easy. Because you'll put the leech gems on purples. Just for funsie on this, I'm going to use Booker T since he was a chase. I know he's rare. He makes 1 more yellow, so I'm really over-indexing on the yellows here. But we should have loads of yellows on the board. Since I'm not using the plate, this should make it very easy to recycle yellow. And then we want Zombie Sasha for more yellows on the starting board. Okay. I wish I was doing this at home on my computer. This is a very fun card to play. I really want to get him this month, and I am lower on resources than I've ever been, so I'm very hopeful I don't miss. Anyway, enough talking. Let's run this one. So, we're likely, the way I have this set up, to pin turn 1. To be perfectly honest, I'm very likely to pin. Because we're going to be spamming so much yellow gems. But it is random, so let's see. It depends how many yellows we have on the board. We probably won't force a pin. Sometimes with Sasha you end up getting a lot of yellows. This is probably a good board for what we want to do. I shouldn't have said we probably won't get a pin. Oh! Taker just decided to dodge, which is fine because we have our yellows. So fine, Taker, be that way. So when it goes right, you will load it turn 1, the Leech Gem move. So what you'll see next turn, you will be able to do on... Oh! Well, that worked out. Never mind. Choose 6 gems to make into Leech Gems, and then we're going to destroy all 6. So we want to set up a cascade that recycles, which is going to be very easy. Because we're going to take this yellow, and that'll make a purple row break down here. And We've recycled the purple, which will make the yellow really easy. We'll make a purple match here. And let's just grab a bunch of purple and yellow for damage. So we're going to hit for 56k, and then we're going to hit for another 300k in leech gem damage, and then we're going to hit for cascade. So we're probably looking at like 500k damage here, and with the healing, we're going to heal our life to full. Yep, 538k. I don't know if he'll be able to kick out, to be honest, and we fully recycled. Another easy win for King Booker. It takes longer to set him up than it does to win the match. Boy, he's good. Okay, last move set. And this is what I mean by you can start thinking out of the box for King Booker. We are going to run a double armor, and I am going to change my metals. This is going to be a full armor build set. Using the plate you see equipped on the plate graphic there, that's the rock plate. If you smell what the rock is cooking. The whole reason the plate is on for this preview is this build specifically. And also why I decided to put the heavy armor move damage metal on. Because of this build. We're going to switch to double armor here, so bear with me a second. And every card you see equipped is going to do move damage in some fashion. I'm sorry. Gem defense in some fashion. Okay, so we are fully armored, which puts us at a lot. 60% right now. We're at 60% gem defense before any trainers. Honky Tonk Man's going to bring that to 90. And we're just going to break all of these because we're not keeping any of them. And then I'll set up the moves after we break these. Okay. So we're going to go back, and this is available at 3-star. We're going to go back to the trap gems. We are going to run the destroy 3 random gems. And the plate is what makes this destroy 3 random gems work here. Because we're just going to not need any other trainers to get to the finisher. And the finisher. So you've seen all of them. I'll just show them real quick again. Finisher, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Honky Tonk Man, 30% gem defense. It's really hard to scroll on this trackpad. Randy Orton is going on. 35% less damage from greens. Red gems do 25% more damage. Very nice. Especially since we're destroying reds. And since we're going against Taker, I'm going to put the reduction of purple gems on. So he doesn't break his purple gems as likely. And I am going to put Lana on for blue gems. So that'll lower 2 of his highest gems. You could use Robocena in a lot of builds for red, and Zombie Asuka does black. Those are probably the 2 most common gem defense trainers I use. So let's see how this goes. This is another one where you can go for your turn 1 win, or you can go for buff gems on turn 2. Again, we have the plate on the left with what the rock is cooking, and I'm going to go for a turn 1 win if the board cooperates. So let's take a look at Taker's gem damage with this setup. You can see his greens are only 663 damage, yellows 174, blues 2.1k. So those are his 3 least likely gems to match. he'll go for black first, purple second, and so forth. And it's going to make it way harder for him to kick out. Let's go ahead and get our traps down. We do have you know what? I'm going to run a different way, another way without traps as well. So there's this way, and then there's a way you can run him without traps. That is interesting as well. So you're going to get an extra build. So you can see we refilled the purple. So we're going to destroy some more reds. And maybe I won't. I think I'll just go with this. The plate is what makes this go, though. And I did run out of reds. So we will see another... Or I did run out of enough to make the plate fire, rather. So we will see another turn with it buffed. Small buff, not a big one. But we are ready to go. Red's at 25k, purple's at 29k. Nothing crazy, but we are going to not need it. So we'll try to set up some cascade action, which is really hard for me to see here. That'll give us a nice blue cascade. Not that really matters. This will give us a yellow, and then I am going to grab, actually, yeah, and then I'm going to grab these purples for some purple. So here we go. And you're going to see the power of double armor Honky Tonk Man at work here. We hit for 638k, and then he can't even kind of break out. Honestly, this is how I'm going to be running King Booker, I believe. That's pretty crazy. Still had 500k on his pin meter, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. This card is completely overpowered and ridiculous. I really, really want him. I'm glad he's a chase card, so I'm going to be chasing hard. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and good luck out there.